We officially found the biggest fridge in America.
Are you kidding me?
What happens when something you once laughed at suddenly becomes something you can't live without? Why do Americans need refrigerators so huge they practically look like another piece of furniture? Why is there enough ice in an American drink to keep a polar bear comfortable? And seriously, why does an entire house need air conditioning? Britain survived for centuries without it. But here's where things get interesting. A lot of Brits who come to America look at these things and think, "That's ridiculous, we don't need that." And then they actually live with them. They use them. They get used to them. And somewhere along the way, the thing they were mocking starts feeling completely normal. Sometimes they even wonder how they ever lived without it. So, let's look at some of the most useless American household ideas that can quietly become addictive. And stay until the end, because the last one might be the American convenience you never realized you needed. Let's get into it. The giant American fridge. The first time many Brits see an American refrigerator, there's usually one immediate question. Why is it so big?
We officially found the biggest fridge in America. It's even hard to close it.
We have a fridge and freezer next to each other to make this huge 72-inch fridge. So over here we have the refrigerator. Love how it is still counter depth, so it's completely the built-in look. So much storage on the doors here. We have all of the chillers here for the drawers. And then on this side over here, we have the freezer, which I love the towers next to each other. A lot of you guys were asking about the hinges on these here.
And honestly, look at the thing. Two massive doors, shelves deep enough to lose a jar of mustard for 3 weeks, and a freezer that looks like it's preparing for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and possibly the apocalypse. A traditional British fridge freezer might offer around 250 to 350 liters of storage. Many American-style refrigerators offer 500 liters or more. So from the outside, it can look like pure overkill. But then you actually use one, and suddenly, the size starts making sense. American families often shop for several days at a time. You've got larger packages, frozen food, drinks, leftovers, school lunches, meal prep, and whatever food mysteriously appears whenever the whole family comes over on Sunday. The refrigerator becomes less like a cupboard and more like a household supply station. And here's the part that gets you. Once you've got enough space to put an entire casserole dish inside without first moving 6 containers, going back to a tiny fridge can feel frustrating. You're standing there trying to make a carton of milk fit while thinking, surely we can do better than this. Online grocery deliveries, warehouse shopping, batch cooking, and larger weekly shops have also made that extra space more useful in Britain. What once looked wasteful starts looking pretty practical. Less shopping, less rearranging, less hassle. And once you get used to that, good luck going back. Then there's America's relationship with ice.
Y'all, my dad got circle ice and won't let me fill my Stanley with it. Are you kidding me? I need all these. These will fill it up nice.
This one really gets Europeans. A Brit can walk into an American hotel, press a button, and suddenly there's enough ice for an entire party. For Americans, that's nothing special. For many Brits, it's almost magical. Traditionally, getting ice meant filling a little plastic tray, putting it in the freezer, waiting, then twisting the thing until your fingers hurt, and somehow 2 cubes always shoot across the kitchen floor. America basically looked at that and said, why are we still doing this? Modern American refrigerators can produce several pounds of ice a day, and in places like Texas, Florida, Arizona, and Georgia, huge cups packed with ice are simply part of everyday life. One British resident living in Arkansas said ice was something he could never, ever give up. He even bought a dedicated nugget ice machine. That's when you know the transformation is complete. You didn't suddenly discover that humans need more ice. You just discovered you don't want to work for it anymore. This might be the biggest culture shock of them all. A British summer can turn an upstairs bedroom into a slow cooker. The traditional strategy: open the windows, turn on the fan, close the curtains, and basically hope. America took a slightly different approach. Why not just control the temperature inside the house? According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration's 2020 Residential Energy Consumption Survey, about 88% of American homes used air conditioning. And in states like Texas, Florida, and Arizona, AC isn't some fancy extra. It's part of everyday life. One Brit visiting Texas described something that really says it all. After spending time inside an American home, he walked outside and was genuinely shocked by how hot it was. The house had been so cold that his brain almost forgot what 35 degrees Celsius or more than 90 degrees Fahrenheit felt like. That's the beauty of central air. You don't have to fight the weather. You don't have to move a fan from room to room. You don't have to sleep with one leg outside the blanket because your bedroom feels like an oven. You set the thermostat and the house handles it. The weather can do whatever it wants outside. Inside, not your problem. And once you've experienced that on a brutally hot night, going back can be pretty tough. Now let's go underneath the American kitchen sink. There's a little machine down there that can make some Brits nervous. The garbage disposal. To someone unfamiliar with it, it can look like a machine specifically designed to turn a normal plumbing bill into a financial crisis. But to Americans, it's basically, why touch food scraps twice? Vegetable ends, soft leftovers, suitable scraps. Into the sink. Cold water on, switch, burr, and they're gone. It sounds like a lawnmower arguing with a spoon, but the sink is clean, and that's the whole point. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency estimates that food represents roughly 1/4 of the material sent to American landfills and combustion facilities, making it the largest single category. A garbage disposal obviously isn't some magic solution to America's food waste problem, and composting is still a better option for many types of waste. But for the average person, the attraction is ridiculously simple. It's one less unpleasant chore. And once you've rinsed your plate and the scraps disappear in seconds, standing over a food waste basket with soggy leftovers suddenly feels very old-fashioned. Here's another American feature that can look completely unnecessary from the outside: the kitchen island. Why put a giant block of cabinets right in the middle of the kitchen? Then you actually live with one, and you realize the kitchen island does practically everything. Breakfast? Yep. Homework? Absolutely. Groceries? Dump them right there. Coffee? Of course. Drinks? Sure. Meal preparation? That's what it was built for. Family conversations? All the time. And somehow, someone's keys are always sitting right in the middle. But that's actually the genius of it. The island isn't really about the countertop. It's about people. In an American open-plan kitchen, the person cooking dinner doesn't have to disappear into another room. They can talk to the family, help the kids, chat with guests, pour someone a drink, taste the food, and complain that nobody is helping. It's all happening in one place. The island doesn't eliminate household chaos. It gives the chaos a countertop. And once you've experienced that, a closed-off kitchen can suddenly feel strangely lonely. Then there's the American walk-in closet. To some Brits, the idea once seemed almost ridiculous. Americans had apparently built an entire room for their clothes. But the clever part isn't simply having more space. It's what that space does. It gets the clutter out of the bedroom. The U.S. Census Bureau reported that the median size of a newly completed single-family home in 2022 was about 2,199 square feet. That gives American homes more room to turn storage into part of the architecture. Instead of having wardrobes, suitcases, shoes, and clothes taking over the bedroom, everything can have its own place. And suddenly, the bedroom can breathe. You can actually see your clothes. You can walk around. You don't have to open one wardrobe door and discover that another door is now blocked. And British homeowners are increasingly borrowing the idea too, using renovations, loft spaces, alcoves, and unused areas to create smaller walk-in wardrobes. It doesn't have to be some celebrity dressing room with an island in the middle. Sometimes it's just a tiny room where you can finally put all your stuff. And that's the real American idea. It's not necessarily own more, it's give everything a place. And finally, the American top-loading washing machine. British homes traditionally embraced compact front loaders because they fit nicely beneath counters and work well in smaller spaces. Americans often had more room, so Americans went in the other direction. Big washers. Really big washers. Some residential top loaders offer more than 4.5 cubic feet, with certain models exceeding 5 cubic feet. And that makes a difference when you've got towels, bedding, sports clothes, school uniforms, and a mountain of family laundry staring back at you. A bulky comforter doesn't have to be folded into submission. You just put it in. And here's another little feature people quickly become attached to. Some machines let you add forgotten clothes after the cycle is already started. Because, let's be honest, the missing sock always appears 5 minutes after you press start. It's like the sock was waiting for it. And that's what makes the American approach interesting. The machine doesn't assume you're perfectly organized. It assumes you're human. Someone will forget something. Someone will need a school uniform tomorrow morning. Someone will suddenly discover the towel they desperately needed. So instead of forcing the person to adapt to the machine gives the person a little more freedom. That's a surprisingly American idea. And when you put all of these things together, something becomes obvious. The giant refrigerator isn't really about having more food. The ice maker isn't about needing ridiculous amounts of ice. The air conditioning isn't simply about being spoiled. The kitchen island isn't just showing off. The walk-in closet isn't necessarily about owning more clothes. And the giant washing machine isn't there because Americans are secretly washing football teams every Tuesday. They're all built around one simple idea. If something makes everyday life easier, why keep doing it the hard way? That's the part Europeans sometimes discover only after living in America. Something can look excessive from the outside. It can look wasteful. It can even look a little ridiculous. But then you use it, and you realize, wait a minute, this is actually pretty great. And that's when the thing you once mocked quietly becomes the thing you don't want to give up yet. So let me ask you, if you could bring just one American household convenience into your home tomorrow, would it be the giant fridge, the endless ice, central AC, the garbage disposal, or something completely different? Because sometimes the things we laugh at the most are simply the things we haven't learned to live without yet.